Oh, I'm all worried about these primers and why they're not feeding right. I'm getting out of rhythm. Let's just check here. There we got a sideways one. That one there, I probably should have checked it. I bet you if I look, it's got a crimp primer that I missed. And that's why I put that primer in that primer pocket wrong. There it is, it's coming back up. Let's check it here. No, that should accept one. We'll see if it does. No primer in that one. I never had it skip before. Like this bad. There we got a primer. I don't know why I don't want to prime that one. I don't think there's a primer in that one. Didn't feel right. Nope. I feel like that screw is still too tight. I can't adjust it while it's down there. Because if I reach back there and just push that a little bit, it seems like it then has a primer that it can put in. Now, I ain't going to touch it this time. And let's see if our next case has a primer. Well, it has one crossways. And I know that case isn't a crimp primer. But that's why it's a good idea to check them. There's another sideways primer. Sideways primer. It's flipping primers. Something awful. Now, it was doing that to me before, and then it stopped. There's a sideways primer. Now I can't put any in. And if I push that back a little more, I'm going to say we got no primer in that one. Oh yeah, we did. I push that back a little more. That's what it is, guys, I think. Now we lost one, fell out of our bin. We're going to loosen that screw just a little bit more. See if that helps that move free like it's supposed to. I lost one on the floor and now I don't see it. Have to find it later. No primer. No primer. Nope. Well, maybe I'm out of primers. That time it felt like I put something in. Yep, beautiful. I don't see any in the feed tube going down, so like I said, if you don't have enough pressure on top of there to keep them primers feeding down there. I mean, with CCI primers, I can put a lot more primers in at a time. It's your other brand of primers. There's another brand that Lee is okay with because they're not super sensitive primers. But they want you to only put so many in there at a time. There, I flung one out, got so excited. pick this one up before I forget about it and or tramp on it and mess it up. No primer. Sideways. see if I move that back every time, making sure it's letting the primer fall in there, guys. It seems to be priming a lot more consistent. So maybe I need to get a new small primer feeder. I don't. Alright, bud. It's not that little plastic finger that's sticking off there isn't activating. Yep, that one felt like it went in sideways. Now I happen to have one here. So we'll just seat it by hand and put it in there just so we don't break our rhythm. That one there was a crimp primer pocket. That primer there ain't going in right. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording. And we don't quite have that many, but I had some there before, so we might actually, because this was full when we started. And go through here and, you know, check, and all our primers look good. It didn't take us too long, even with all the problems we had. And these are 150 grain full metal jackets. Hornaday. Full metal jackets. With 18.5 grains of CFE black behind it, and that loads right out of the book. That's not something I made up, but you should always check your own data yourself. Don't take my word for anything. It's your gun, it's your safety, it's your life, it's your well-being, and I bear no responsibility for any of that. Don't use any of the loads that I tell you without looking them up yourself. And in all reality, in multiple places, that's the only safe way to do it. Is check, double check multiple books for your powder and your bullet and your primer and your case length and all of that that you're using in your load. So now if we look at these here, that one's not the greatest. Neither is that one. Okay, that one there will be part of our grouping. That one will be part of our grouping for accuracy. That one won't be. We're going to make that one be. And these are by no means in great shape at all. I have not got the hang of the powder coating. And these here we'll shoot and see how they group. That one there is seated a little deep, but we'll throw that one out of there too. And these here powder coated ones there, if you remember from last time, they are the 312 by 160 Lee die that I milled the die down to make a 150 grain bullet instead of a 160 grain bullet. So there's no gas check on it. It's powder coated with Easton light blue powder, and then it's sized to 308 before it's powder coated. No, that's wrong. I sized them to 308 after they were powder coated. I didn't want to put the lube on them to size them, because then the powder coat wouldn't stick. So there we loaded. There we go with them. We got some to shoot for our groups. Hopefully I can do that, and in the next video have some information on that. Like I said, those powder coated ones, I don't think they're going to be too accurate because the powder coating isn't nice and even. But we'll shoot them for groups anyhow and just see how they do. These are all the same bullets. We got two different seating depths, and I'm pretty sure that's short enough that'll clear the magazine. Because I know, because they fit before. Let's see, what else can we do here? GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording.